Today's video is all about my August makes, and if you're interested, please stay tuned. Hi lovely people, welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Josie here, and this is Josie. I'm glad to have you here, and I would like to welcome all my new subscribers. Thank you for joining me over here by subscribing to this channel. And for my old subscribers, thank you for showing the love, for watching my videos, leaving your comments that I endeavor to reply to, and I think I'm doing well. I reply to each and every comment, and I read every comment that's left behind. Thank you very much for joining my channel over here. And today's video is about my August makes. Just as you've read, I'm going to show you a few items that I was able to sew up in the month of August. And even for the month of August, I was on and off with sewing a few times. I couldn't be bothered. Really, I wasn't as interested. I think Sojo was up and down for the entire month. But I was happy that I got around sewing a few bits, really. And I'm excited about them. And with no further ado, I'll show you what I was able to make. I have a few selfless makes, 2 items, and a few items I made just for myself. My first make for the month of August was this top. This is the peppermint wrap top by In the Folds, and I made this top as my entry into Sew a Top challenge that was organized by Penguin and Pear, where various sewing bloggers came together and each reviewed a top pattern that was documented throughout the month of August. And this was my entry, and I recorded a video of this pattern review. I won't go into details, but I will attach a link in the cards here, just in case you're interested in hearing a lot about this top. It's a free pattern by In the Folds and drafted for the Peppermint magazine, and I was happy to sew it up. However, they request that you make a small donation every time you download one of their free patterns to help them go through these tough times. So I was happy to sew up this pattern. I'll attach a link in the description box below. Just briefly about this, I sewed up size B, and it comes in about 10 sizes, so there's always something for someone to sew up there. And it's an easy make, really beginner friendly top. I went into details in that video, so I'll leave it at that. And my second make was this dress, and this is the Lyric dress by Love Notions Patterns. I've also reviewed this pattern on my videos. I'll attach a card up there about my review of this pattern and also into the description box. And this dress is this pattern, the Lyric dress, is drafted to either have a gathered skirt or a flared skirt, and I hacked mine a bit more and made the gathers less full. The pattern recommends a fuller skirt piece, which you draft on your own, so I reduced that. And I also added some tie belts, some ties in the back to just structure in the dress and cinch in the waist, really, to give it some fit around the waistline. And I also added inseam pockets. However, the pattern comes with patch pockets for this. And this was sewn up in a lovely fabric. This was a linen viscose fabric that was gifted to me by Fabrics for All as a member of their makers team. And I have not worn it much because the weather hasn't been nice and I don't go out to so many places, but I've worn it I think once or twice. I hope to have more wears out of it next summer mostly, but I'll try to attach links to each and every pattern I'm showing you, and also fabrics in the description box below. My other make is this top. Let me stand up and show it to you. This is a loose fitted top. And this is the Love Notions Labella Donna pattern. It's drafted for a shirt length, and also a tunic length. And also, you can either have it short sleeved, and the short sleeve version has a band, and it has grown on sleeves, so it's such an easy make. It's your fastest make because you don't have to fit in any sleeves. Then also you can opt to have it long sleeved or with 3/4 sleeves. So for this part, my version, I went for short sleeves, grown on sleeves, so it's such a quick make. Then also the neckline, they have a good tutorial of how you enclose in your binding, so I don't have any binding showing. It's just your top and then the binding is hidden, concealed in. So it's a good tutorial and it gives it such a nice fit. If you watched my video of July Makes, I pattern tested the La Belladonna. It's an old pattern, but they were changing it a little bit, increasing the size ranges. So I tested it and I sold up my test version. I'll try to attach a picture here. I sold it up in viscose jersey, so it was much drapey. And this time round I went for a cotton jersey. That's why it looks much boxy and a bit of loose fitting. I'm not 100% sure of how I feel about the fit. I might go ahead and take it in a little bit, or leave it just as it is, since I always wear it with tight jeans. Probably having a more loose fitting one might work better. Then I realized the viscose makes it more drapey, so this one is more boxy. I'm not so sure about how I feel. I'll wear it a few more times and I'll make a decision on whether to take it in or leave it just as it is. It's just your basic top, and I went with white to just have a plain white t-shirt without anything going on. I also made another version of the same pattern, that's La Belladonna, but I decided to make a winter version. And this is the tunic version with long sleeves, and then also it has a collar neck to it. And I thought I would compare the pattern because I had already made a short sleeve tunic version, then I made the short sleeve t-shirt version, then I made also the tunic. I've just worn it over my t-shirt to show you the fit, so just in case you see some white underneath, that's the t-shirt I'm wearing. And I love the curly neck. It's actually quite big enough to keep you warm and cozy in the cold months. And I think you're wondering why I use the different colors of fabric. This is a sweater knit fabric. They are both sweater knit, and I realized I think the dark gray one has some wool content, and you know that wool content, that's a bit scratchy. So it didn't feel as smooth. And whereas this is either acrylic or cotton, it's quite so soft to the skin, so I decided to just color block it, and I think it gave it a good touch. So I decided to go with the smoother version, I think the cotton or acrylic for the neck, so nothing will be itching me around the neck. It actually feels so cozy, it feels like a scarf. It's big enough, it's actually big enough, so you just feel like you're wearing a scarf. Then I decided to also use the same for this part, so it doesn't itch my skin, knowing too well that probably underneath I'll be wearing a long sleeve t-shirt underneath, so this won't be touching my skin. It's not the worst, but I'm just always conscious that something will itch me. But I'm glad that I went with this decision because the arms are smooth to the skin and also the neckline. And this is the tunic version. Let me turn and I'll give you a back view. As you can tell, this is not as boxy as the white t-shirt, I think because the fabric is quite thin and drapes and is drapey. So I think it comes to do with the your fabric choice that will determine the fit that you get from the top, because I didn't adjust anything. And if you can tell, it also has grown on sleeves which come off here. This is around my elbow, so it's grown on up to the elbow. Then it's just the sleeves to make it long sleeves that were folded over onto each other and then sewn up into cuffs. And I actually like the color blocking touch to it, and I can't wait to wear it when the weather gets colder. That's it. It's not that long that you would wear it on its own, or probably you can wear it with leggings because it covers the bum, but I most likely wear it with jeans and boots. Yeah, I like this version, and I like how it came together. And I hope to make probably a few more. I'll compare those 3 pieces I made from the same pattern and I show you. And then my other make this month is this cute dress I made for my daughter. And this is by Simple Life Company, and it's a free pattern, and that's their Catalina Dress. It's just simple girls dress. You know, if you want to just doll up the girls in your life, you just go for such basic patterns. It's a free pattern. It's really simple. The pattern comes with just the bodice piece, that's the back bodice, and the front bodice, and it just gives you instructions on the measurements to cut the straps and the skirt piece. And I didn't change it much. Ideally, I just had a plain fabric to work with. This is a a gingham seersucker, and I had some lace on me, some cotton lace, which I decided to join together and just create a little decoration touch for the front, because it was just your plain dress. She loves it. Unfortunately, she has not had a chance to wear it yet, because there's a day she had a play date at her friend's house and she was excited to wear it, but it was raining, so she didn't get to wear it. And the only difference I made to this dress, the bodice is lined, and they recommend that for the back piece you sew up the back, the lining and the main fabric together, then you create elastic channels. I didn't want to do elastic channels, so I decided to go have a go at shearing, using the shearing elastic, because everybody's shearing something this summer and I didn't yet had a chance to shear anything. Is it shearing? Yeah, English is not my first language, but yeah, so I had a go at using the shearing elastic, and that's what I went for the, I don't know whether it's clear, for the bodice piece, so it gives enough room for growth. And also, she's just 6, but she's growing so fast and she's quite tall. So I decided to cut up size 7 to give it more length so that she can wear it next summer too. And this is your basic little girl's dress, and it's a free pattern. So if you have girls in your house and you would want to sew them something simple, I would recommend this pattern. It comes together so fast and it's really easy. You can make many of them, and it can be a great scrap buster where you change the bodies to have something different from the skirt piece. Yeah. And then I also made another piece for my daughter, and just in case you're wondering, I've got 2 kids. I've got a son. Unfortunately, I don't get to make a lot for him, just like I don't make a lot for my husband, but I'm working at making something more for him, because as a little child he might not understand as well as my husband understands that I won't be making him much. And then this, if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen this dress. Yes, if it looks strange, it's still damp. It was drying on the lines. I put them out to dry yesterday, then it started raining and I couldn't be asked and removing them from the line, so I left it there overnight. They got damp, it rained more, then it was starting to dry, then I remembered I needed it for the video. And this is a Love Notions pattern. I'll attach all the patterns in the description box below. If you're wondering why I so much with Love Notions, I'm an ambassador with Love Notions patterns, so I'm likely to sew up a lot of their patterns, and because I love them. And this is the little girl's Prisma dress, and it's drafted for sizes 2 to 16, and it's your go-to girls pattern. It comes in 3 variations. I'll try to attach a lines drawing here. It can be sewn up straight, it can be sewn up with a pleated skirt and also a flared skirt. I was meant to go for the flared skirt, but I didn't have enough fabric, and as you can tell, it's your go-to scrap buster. I had this fabric left over from a dress I'd made her 2 years ago. Then this was off the shirt I made my husband, and with the balance came to the rescue. And I was meant to sew up the flared skirt, but I didn't have enough fabric, and the other alternative was to use the non-gathered pleated skirt. But I just always want to do things that come together pretty faster than they should. I don't think I have the patience to iron the pleats, because I thought of if I had gone down the route of using a pleated skirt, whenever I was ironing this skirt, I needed to make sure that the pleats are still ironed flat. That's a lot of work even after making the dress. So I decided to gather the skirt instead, and I used an elastic to gather the skirt. I found it much easier than using thread. So I used an elastic to give it an even, because I know with the elastic you get some even gathers. So that's what I went for, to gather up the skirt, and I lengthened it. So lengthened it to size 7, hoping that it will be long enough, but no, it was still short. She's growing so fast. And you have the option of sewing up also that dress straight. If you know the Tilly and the Buttons Coco dress, actually you can recreate the same for the little kid with this pattern, because it comes up, you can sew up a straight version, and also you can sew it up long sleeved. So your go-to pattern for the winter and cold months. And I love this pattern. I'm surprised that I've never gotten around to making it until then. So I'm so sure that's going to be my go-to jazzy dress for her, and I hope to use it quite often. that's all I got around to sewing in the month of August. I'm actually happy with myself, and it's going to be a bit different for September with the kids going back to school. I hope I'll have more me time to do more things that I love to do, sew up a bit more. And look out for my fabric hauls video and September sewing plans. I have a lot in plan for the month of September. I hope I'll have the free time I've always anticipated once they go back to school to sew up a bit more. I would like to apologize for the changes in the brightness. The sun is up, comes out and goes, so that's why it's getting bright and dull at the same time. Please let me know which patterns you would want to try yourself. I'll make sure I'll attach all the links in the description box below. And thanks for watching. And if you're watching this video and you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. And while at it, please press the bell icon so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And that's it for now. Please like, comment and subscribe. Until next time, bye.